Hello and welcome to this live coverage of the phase two of Alieu Kosiah's trial here in Bellinzona, Switzerland. My name is Anthony Stevens, reporting live from Bellinzona, Switzerland. The trial is taking place at the Federal Criminal Court in Switzerland. Kosiah is accused of war crimes. He's the first Liberian to stand trial for war crimes allegedly committed during the first Liberian Civil War. Today, the second witness for the victims did testify. He's an exploiter of UNIMO. He claims to be an expert of UNIMO. He alleged a number of things, including that Kosiah killed his nephew. He said Honor Kosiah's wife, his nephew, got killed, and this alleged incident happened in Foya. He also talked about a separate killing of another person that was close to him, but he broke down in tears when he was reflecting on what he called Black Friday. There were two separate incidents, according to him. One occurred on Black Monday and another occurred on Black Friday. On Black Friday, when he was being cross-examined by Kosiah's lawyer, he broke down in tears, saying that on that day, on Kosiah's order, his cousin was allegedly killed, and that incident happened just about the time that he looked up to this person as a breadwinner. This person was a guardian to him, and he was very emotional as he testified in court today. Of course, there were other things that did come up. He did sound very contradictory on cross-examination. Kosiah's lawyer did ask him about a testimony he had given Swiss prosecutors and another one he had given to French prosecutors during those separate investigations. He did say to the Swiss prosecutors that he was stabbed by Alieu Kosiah, but when he was asked by French investigators, he said he was stabbed by Conti K. Conti K, of course, is an ex-general also of UNIMO, and these incidents, according to him, occurred during the first Liberian Civil War. Kosiah became very emotional at some point, and again he shouted, just like he did in court yesterday, he shouted to the 6 years, and then he said the Swiss are responsible because he's been held in pretrial detention since 2014 for alleged war crimes committed during the first Liberian Civil War. The witness also went on to talk about another issue about forced labor. He said civilians were used as forced laborers. They allegedly looted cocoa, coffee, and also they allegedly looted the power grid in Foya. It's freezing here still. So he said that happened, and he was involved with that. He also talked about alleged killings of 6 civilians. He said those 6 civilians were allegedly killed on Kosiah's command. According to him, those 6 civilians were people who were not involved with the war, but were accused of being supporters of the MPF here. And according to him, he was tarred. He too was tarred that those 6 civilians. They were allegedly tarred. He used the word called tabe. Many of you who are familiar with the Liberian Civil War are quite aware of that war. So he said he was tarred, just like the other 6 people. They were all tarred, but for him, he was carried in the corner, and those 6 people, he was dragged with his 2 legs in the air and his head on the ground, and those 6 people were carried to a nearby well. His eyes were closed, so he didn't see what happened to them afterwards, but he did hear intense firing. There were gun sounds, according to him, and then afterwards, after the alleged firing took place, when he opened his eyes, he saw flies over the well, so he suspected that those 6 people may have been dumped in that well. He was asked whether he saw that incident happening. He was not definitive because there was a sticky point on cross-examination by Kosiah's lawyer. It's been a very exhaustive day. He's been testifying since 8 o'clock this morning, and the testimony ended just on 20 minutes ago. There will be another testimony tomorrow by another witness who will testify tomorrow in this ongoing trial. Kosiah's lawyer seems to be picking every point that he thinks looks to be contradictory, because the witness, what he tries to do legally is to discredit the credibility of this witness. This witness tells one prosecutor one thing, another prosecutor another thing. So he thinks that his testimony is before these two investigators, these separate investigators, the French and the Swiss, do not corroborate. So he tried to put that forth today as he questioned the witness. We'll be here tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening again, to bring you a live coverage of proceedings at this ongoing trial of Alieu Kosiah taking place here in Bellinzona, Switzerland. It's freezing, it's in the evening, and we thank you for your patience, for staying up to watch us tonight. Good night, my name is Enfio Mysterious.